Yo man, it's the Android bro.
Ever since I knew that Vivid Games announced Godfire: Rise of Prometheus, I had been keeping a close eye on its development. It did release on the iOS a few months ago, but just debuted to Android. And for most of you guys, you might not know that Vivid Games has a really great reputation, and some of their best examples are Real Bloxing and so on. So it's me, hey YouTuber, Salas35 back here bringing you my review on Godfire: Rise of Prometheus for the Android and the iOS. Everybody had different impression when they saw this game. Well, nevertheless, my impression was also different. I thought, was it a God of War game because it looked more or less the same. Let me just illustrate it. It resembled a lot of features which was present in the God of War game, which I think I can be showing it now. See there, the graphics look utterly smooth, buttery smooth, the best way to describe it, everything's awesome. And when you look back to the other game, meaning Godfire, it looked more or less the same. Maybe not so buttery smooth as this one, maybe not so flexible, maybe not that blood, but it's still there. Everything's awesome, but yeah, comparing with the PS3 and Android, well, that's too much. It did resemble a lot of features which was present in the God of War game, but Godfire suffers from some gameplay monotony, but it's otherwise a great action adventure title. Did you know that it takes a lot to impress me in the graphics department? Since I debut a lot of games and only a few games like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 actually impressed me. Well, Godfire manages to do so relatively easily. Let's just say that it's gorgeous. Character models, background, enemies, and even the cutscenes pleased me. I can simply say that Godfire is the God of War for the Android and iOS. You can take control of the hero Prometheus as he moves through the bite-sized levels inspired by Greek mythology. Oh, speaking of the story, Godfire's tale is pretty entertaining, with plenty of cutscenes and a decent voice acting as you follow Prometheus' journey as he takes down everything and anything in his path. Gameplay wise, there is a robust armory system that offers plenty of customization and replayability, and a good combat system complete with special moves and combos. The fighting is just like God of War. It took me 1.5 hours to complete the game, my bad, and it's one of the most rarest games to take me that long. The last game that I played this long was The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which you will find in the link in the description, obviously. And as I told you before, see that the smoothness is not present. It is awesome, it is realistic, it's just like I'm really playing God of War 2. But as I mentioned in most of my reviews, including Modern Combat 5, where on earth are the shadows? This is my question for several days and several months to many companies. I don't think many people actually see my reviews, so they have no idea. But to be pretty frank, I've been complaining about the shadows, which wasn't even present on the Nvidia tablets, or even the lowest to the highest. Anywhere you go, and the shadows missing, which may not be a drawback for many people. But when people say, yeah, I have one console gaming experience, yeah, I want this, that, this, well, that's when everybody gets sad. So moving on, God of War is in my pocket. Finally. I actually thought that I could emulate it using the PSP emulator, which will go as low as 1 frame per second. But now, I'm happy. I never thought that a game like this would be made in an Android pretty soon, because it's just been a few years since Android game. It may be like it's just like 6 years, but it's just like yesterday, and the development in gaming is just for nearly a year, and I've been following it for 4 months. So a lot has changed. but with nothing to complain and very little lag, which isn't a problem at all, which you'll never find in the game. Even in my true reviews, this is the first game to receive 10 out of 10. For real, baby, 10 out of 10. It's not easy to get 10 out of 10 for any game, but this game was easily able to accomplish that. And if you guys are really interested, I can give you guys an hour and a half gameplay. And don't forget to see my other things like my new and improved gameplays, reviews, and then explaining things and blah blah blah. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I'm your source for gaming in Android and technology.